Welcome back, Math 2. Next, I want to use our trig ratios to help us find the missing sides in a triangle. So let's look at what we have right here. I have a triangle, and I know that we have a 53-degree angle. Now, I have two sides labeled. I have my 5 labeled, which happens to be the hypotenuse. So I'm going to label that 5 with an H. And then the side Y. If I pay attention, I'll notice that Y is over on the other side from the 53-degree angle, so it's the opposite side. So I have something doing with my opposite and my hypotenuse. Well, I know that the sine of an angle is equal to the opposite side divided by the hypotenuse. So I can say that the sine of my angle, 53 degrees, equals the opposite length, y, divided by my hypotenuse of 5. But now I need to solve for y. So I'm going to multiply both sides of my equation by 5. And get that 5 times the sine of 53 degrees equals y. Which isn't too bad. But I need to somehow figure out what 5 times the sine of 53 degrees is. Now, depending on your calculator, you need to make sure that your mode is in degrees. And you all have different calculators that you use, so it's really hard to tell you exactly how to check. If you're confused, though, I would say email me or send me a picture of what calculator you're using. We do not want to use radians. You will learn what those are in either Math 3 or Pre-Calc and Calculus, but we are not going to do that now. Now, if I pull out my calculator, I've already checked my mode and made sure that I'm in degrees. I'm going to actually start by typing in the sine of 53 degrees. And if you're following along and your answers match mine, then you'll know that you're in the right mode. So I'm going to find the button that says SIN on it, the abbreviation for sine. And then I'm going to type in 53 and click enter. Now that number that came out of the calculator was 0.7986-ish. I'm still multiplying that number by 5. So now 5 times my answer is 3.993. And that is my approximation for y. Let's look at a second example. Here's my triangle. I know that I'm working with my angle that's 35 degrees. My side labeled X is the opposite leg, and my side 16 is my adjacent leg. Opposite over adjacent, if I go back and look at my sine, cosine, and tangent information, when I'm talking about opposite and adjacent, I'm talking about the tangents. So the tangent of an angle equals the opposite side divided by the adjacent side. So the tangent of 35 degrees equals x divided by 16. To solve for x, I'm going to multiply both the left and the right by 16. So we get that. So 16 times the tangent of 35 degrees equals x. but I want to know, what does the tangent of 35 degrees equal? So I punch that into my calculator, and that's about 0.700. Still multiplied by 16 though. So then when I punch my final answer up, 16 times 0.700, 16 times my answer, gives me 11.203 is approximately x. And again, make sure you punch these up in your calculator with me right now to make sure that your calculator is in the right mode and you understand where my work came from. There's 2 other examples in your toolkit. I'm going to suggest that you try them first and then come back and check your answers and watch the video if you need help.